Hello beautiful ladies. Today I thought I would do a different video. This is impromptu and I wanted to do it because in light of all the coronavirus drama and all the stress surrounding that over the last week or two, a couple of weeks definitely, I really felt like I needed to say something. I needed to speak out about this. A lot of people are stressing out. And during a time like this, it is so important that we manage our stress, and we do that by managing our thoughts and our emotions. I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of normal people feel like their life is disrupted and stressing out in a way that they normally wouldn't. And that's because circumstances have changed. And usually when our circumstances change, when there is this big outbreak like this, that's affecting the world on a pandemic level, it tends to trigger our fight or flight response, right? Our brains freak out because we see everybody else freaking out, and we see the real effect on our day-to-day life. You know, flights being canceled, trips being canceled, shops shutting down, going to the supermarket and the shelves being empty. You know, it's really like in your face now. And not only that, the news are creating a lot of drama and, injecting fear into people, basically. Now, I don't watch the news. I make a conscious choice not to watch the news during this time. I get all of my information from my husband because he is more in the know about that, since he works in the public services, and they have to put in, precautions and things like that, systems in place because of the coronavirus. So I hear it from him. But I think it is really important that if you're in the midst of it, really have to start managing your stress level and your mind and your emotions. Okay, just stressing out about things outside of us is not helpful. Okay, you can put things in place, right? You can make decisions from where you are now, if you can, about the future, possibly. If that will ease your mind and bring some peace to your mind, but notice whether it actually does bring peace to your mind. A lot of people will want to, for example, stock up on groceries, right? Stock up on important, day-to-day living items like toilet paper and things like that, in a way to try to bring peace to their mind. So notice whether it really is bringing peace to your mind. If you have tried this, tried that, and you're still stressing out, then my suggestion is it's not what we can control, right? It's not the outside. We can't get our peace from outside of us, because right now it's like chaotic, and there's lots of things we can't control. There's lots of things about our future that is uncertain, that we didn't realize we were uncertain just a few months back, right? So think about, what is that dialogue? What is the conversation in our head? What is the thoughts running through our mind that is creating stress? Okay, are we saying things like, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I don't know how my business is going to survive this. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to survive this. Are you adding to the stress by freaking yourself out, thinking thoughts that are not helpful, right? Are you spinning yourself into a state of, mental paralysis, where you're just stressing and not doing a lot? A lot of people, I find, will take this time to hit pause on their life. Like, they will say, okay, because of this, I'm not going to work. Okay, how can you think about work during a time like this? Or how can you think about studying or school or, the normal things when all this is going on? But I don't think that is useful just to sit and do nothing and to stress and to kind of like completely hit pause and just to sit there and stress about what the future could bring, right? What I think is more useful is to first be aware of what you're thinking and whether that's actually helping or not helping. And then the second thing would be, are you using this time to deliberately remove yourself from the normal of life, right? In the context of dating and relationships, I think this is a time where it's even more important that we reach out to people. This isn't the time to be isolated. We shouldn't be isolating ourselves. Okay, physically we're isolated because we have no choice, right? Fair enough. But that doesn't mean we couldn't reach out to people. This is the great thing about technology, right? This is a great thing about where the time that we're living in and the technological advances in the internet, we can still connect, right? We can still, a large amount of us can still work from home, right? We can still talk to people from home. We can still, email, do phone calls. If it's dating, we still have the dating apps. You can still connect with people. So there is no excuses to not connect with people. And during a time like this, it's even more important that we connect with people. Think about the people in your life that you normally wouldn't reach out to, okay? Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't reach out to them. You would just, do your normal thing. Well, now is the time maybe is to reach out and to ask them, well, how are you going with this? Are you okay? Can I be there for you? Reach out and be compassionate to people. Listen to them. Listen to how they're dealing with the stress. And when you get someone else's perspective, and some people will handle stress completely differently to you. Some people will really freak out. Other people are like, what's the big deal? I think it's really important that we don't judge how someone else handles stress, right? Especially men. Some men will completely freak, and we don't want to be stepping in there and acting like know-it-alls and judging him by the way he is acting, okay? We want to lean back, okay? Still be in our feminine, lean back, let the people in our lives do their thing, stress however they want to stress, and we just do our thing, which is just to be there for them, to be supportive and to lend our shoulder for them and to listen to them, During this time too, it's really important that we ourselves practice gratitude, okay? This is a time to remind ourselves of all the things that we have to be grateful for. Right? Most of us take a lot of things in our lives for granted. Like the fact that we can buy food from the supermarket. We can buy everything we need from the supermarket. We have all our bills paid and we have a job. And it's easy to take those things for granted. Now that we don't have some of those things, some of us don't have those things, it's even more important that we remember that we were not entitled to those things to begin with, and just to be grateful that we're still here, that we still have the things that we have and the people that we have around us. As humans, we're, believe it or not, built for this. We're built for uncertainty, for challenges, for the ability to manage our thinking and our emotions and to take action that is going to help us move through these kind of obstacles, okay? If we weren't built for this, there's no way we could have lasted all the various changes over the last hundreds and thousands of years, right? And we have gone through many, many changes over the last thousands of years. So just remind yourself of that. You're capable. You have all the right bits in place, right? You have all the right tools in place inside of you to overcome this and get through this. And a lot of that is, once again, managing your thoughts, okay? Don't let the crazy thoughts run out of control. And if you're dating somebody, now you really get to see how they handle things and how you handle things along with them. Are you able to work as a team? Are you able to lift them up? Are you able to influence them to calm down? Or do they just stress you out even more? Do they add to your stress, and do you spin out of control because of them? Does it actually work, or does the whole thing kind of explode on itself, right? It's really, really interesting in terms of that. Another thing would be, I think now that we are physically isolated, this is a great time to learn how to communicate, practice a different way of communicating using online technology. It doesn't matter if the person's sitting directly in front of you or it's through a camera or a screen. You still have to communicate what is going on with you. You know, it's easy to hide behind a screen, but what if it wasn't easy? What if you now have to reveal more of yourself because there is no other way, right? How could you connect on a deeper level through the phone, through texting? Is that possible, right? Maybe something to think about. How can I deepen this connection through online texting, talking, not face-to-face? And I know with me, I feel there's a real sense of liberation when I don't have to worry about, okay, how am I looking today? Do I look good in front of this person? Now it's purely about, am I connecting on an emotional level, okay? And really laying my soul bare without all the superficial stuff, right, getting in the way of that connection. So that's something for you to play around with and think about. Don't use this as an excuse not to connect with people, not to connect deeper with people. You'll really get to see who someone is through a time like this. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. I wanted to put in my 2 cents, and I want to offer that you guys stay safe, manage yourself, don't stress out. Okay, reach out to people who you love and tell them how much you love them and that you're there for them, and practice gratitude. Okay, that's my message for today. I will talk to you real soon. Bye.